Welcome to 5 minutes unfiltered business advice here on Fridays. Now, this theme right now, depending on where you are in the world, might hit a little harder. And that is this idea of uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen, what to do, how you should respond to the world around you. And it can make us kind of just fall up into, into our little shells and not respond until we see that things are calmer and more collected. And while I completely respect this as a strategy, if you have a very large corporation, as entrepreneurs, and especially solopreneurs, we don't have that luxury because all of our growth, all of our momentum is based on the choices and the direction that we take. Not saying to hustle all the time, but I am saying that we don't really get the illusion, and it is kind of an illusion of security. And I think that's kind of the biggest shift to make because I remember always thinking, if I had a job, I would have security. If I made X amount, I would have security. But the thing is that there's never really security. And I don't say that to make you feel really frightened or to agitate you, but it's kind of freeing if you think about it. Because if there never really is any security, there never really is a wrong time for you to act. Meaning, if you've had an idea or you've been wanting to change something, you've been wanting to try something, you don't have to wait for everything in the world to be perfectly certain. Some of the people who benefit the most in the entrepreneurial world are those people who went forward in times that were not certain. Things were falling apart. They were the ones who said, I've got this idea. Doesn't matter what the external environment looks like. I am going to go forward. I'm going to create. And in the end, when the chaos was done and settled, they were the ones who were set up well. So if you are feeling this right now, that you just don't feel like the environment around you, especially if you're an empath and you feel that environment is really conducive to ideas, it doesn't feel like the right time for you to shift or to change, but you really feel a desire to do that, maybe reconsider. Maybe think about it as, okay, there's not really any security ever, but at least right now, I'm going forward knowing that there's not. As someone who graduated around the time of the 2008 financial crisis, searching for a job, that my big crutch then in that huge time of uncertainty was, well, nobody's going to succeed right now. It's okay. I don't need to do anything. It's not the time for me to go forward with my ideas because even back then I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And I can look back and say, okay, maybe we need that space. We don't always have to be acting. This is something you have to decide. But that could have been an opportunity for me as well. If I wasn't so concerned with doing things in a set way, if I wasn't so concerned with having had all the answers first, I know that I could have created something or at least tried and failed and had that experience instead of living in the fear of what's going to happen or waiting for the world to change so that I can then go forward or waiting for my business to change so that I can then, create this or create that. In 12 years as an entrepreneur, that doesn't really happen. It's usually the case that you have to get the ball rolling, so to speak. So think about this. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like, I just don't want to make a move right now, really examine if that's coming from you or the external environment around you. Because if it's coming from you, I get it. Pause, reevaluate, think about what you want to do. If it's coming from your environment or what other people are saying or what you're hearing on the news or otherwise, then maybe you want to look a little bit deeper. Because if you're really trying to create something new and innovative and different and have impact, that's not about perfect timing. That's about getting it out there.